It should be a party. I like parties. You don't get eyes like that reading the Melody Maker, I can assure you. I've been to a few parties in my life, let me tell you. See, being a showbiz personality, you get invited to lots of things, but I usually don't accept because I'm far too big to mix with the likes of them. But occasionally I do, and a couple of New Years ago, about 8 years ago, I was invited to a party in Glasgow, which I must tell you about, and this is the truth, right? The guy invited me was a place in Glasgow called Springburn, which is a kind of working class area, quite nice. It used to have a horrible bit, but they rolled that up and sold it to Zambia. The kids are still playing in the street in their wellies, wondering when the rain's going to come back up. But this was in the kind of middle of the road Springburn, and I went with a pal of mine, and it was Hogmanay in Scotland, you know, New Year. It was something the same as your Christmas, but without God to knacker the proceedings, you know. You just get well into the bevy and give it hello. Right, because everybody should have a good time. Times are bad enough with people like Ian Paisley wandering about the place, right? Did you hear him last week, Ian Paisley? That speech he made, you know that one? I couldn't believe it. The line I loved in his speech was, "The Houses of Parliament are a hotbed of homosexuality." I said, what? I can actually imagine Tony Benn and Michael Foot. I wish you Point of order, where? I want to pass a motion, can I watch? And will you stop referring to the honourable member for Brixton as Black Rod? We don't like that kind of talk here. What's Shirley Williams doing meanwhile? So we get to the party, right? And it's like wall-to-wall people. And it's like Gomorrah. Give us a large one, Johnny. And Scotsmen have this great habit of singing about Scotland when they're still there. You know, they sing, though I'm far across the sea. No, you're not. You're in the living room. Shut up, you. It's the only song your father knows right through. And there's other guys at the party, all singing, like 300 of them, and they're all singing different songs at the same time. And there's always the guy who doesn't know the words of any, but joins in making funny noises. Always country and western, there. What are you singing about? I don't know. Have a large one, okay. And this melee is going on. There's two guys in the corner. They're sitting kind of... Don't be sick, Willie. I'm all right. I'll be all right in a minute. I'm okay. I'm no well. But just get me a drink, that'll sort me out. Now, don't be sick. Remember I told you that, okay? I'm all right. That's my Auntie Agnes's new carpet. Don't be sick. I'm okay. I'm all right. So I'm talking to the guy who owns the house, and it's just an ordinary wee house, you know, with 3 geese going up the wall there. Swoosh. and the ostrich at the mantelpiece giving it that. The whole number of little crinoline ladies from the seaside and other bits of mantelpieces crowded with things. Quite a nice house, though, you know. I mean, it's not the kind of house with adverts on the ashtrays. It's a bit upmarket, you know. It's kind of quite pleasant. But there's a picture on the wall of a guy in a Highland Regiment outfit with the bagpipes, the kilt, the whole... But he looks as if he's posing for a shortbread tin, you know. And I said to the guy who owns the house, is that you? Aye. That's me, son. I was that soldier. Get away, aye. I was a fine figure of a man, I'll tell you that. I said, oh, you were that, indeed. Do you still play the pipes? Oh, I haven't played them in a few years, right? Mind you, they're in the cupboard there. Get them out. Aye, just a jiffy. And his wife went, oh, for Christ's sake. Oh, no. And your man's legs were just a blur into the lobby and the door open. All the stuff's coming out the cupboard. Ladders, prams, cots, things. Ah, here we are. And out comes this flea-bitten set of bagpipes. Looks like an octopus with pyorrhea. There's dust everywhere. There we go. You know, like Glenn Campbell. You know that? This guy manages to get his pipes and the drone's all in tune, and he wasn't a good piper. And he comes marching into the room, the barren rocks of Aden. Diddly-da, diddly-da, diddly. And all the loonies go bonkers, right? Easy, easy. Here you are, the champion, easy. They're ready for marching over the border, you know. To these people, easy, easy. And it's bedlam, there's people falling through coffee tables, getting nuts. There's a sound of crunching glass underfoot. Poor guy's wife's in a chair going, oh, for Christ's sake. Total bedlam, you know, in this don't be sick job. So in the middle of the march past, he does a kind of fancy turn like that. And the bagpipes go whoosh and knock his wedding picture off the wall. Smash it, crunch, crunch, oh my God. And a drunk's come in and enjoying the procession. He leans in the mantelpiece, slides right along and smashes all the stuff. We ostriches like, ah! The little dog, don't be sick. And somebody belts the budgie's cage. It's on one of those stands. The door flies open, the budgie comes out like a rocket. Woof! Right. It's like one of the red arrows going across it. You know the drunks are after it. Hey, I'll get it, jacket. I know what you do. You pour salt in its tail. Its feathers drifting down this bagpipe going like hell. Don't be sad about it. The budgie in the middle of all this has a heart attack. The burning Spitfire impersonation, you know? Whack, crunch, crunch. It's about the size of a golden eagle at the end of the night. There's somebody been sick in the bathroom. But he's finished all the vomit and there's nothing left. So he's gone through that one now, this sort of... And with the strain of it all, he's farting as well. He's kneeling on the floor with his head down the toilet. So, he's panicking in case he shits himself, right? Don't be sick about it. Meanwhile, a guy arrives with 40 fish suppers in a big parcel. Oh, I thought you guys were hungry. Want a wee snack? Steam. And he's brought them all the way on the bus. Burning his willy all the way. But he's arrived anyway. And the fish suppers are getting cold, so he puts them in the oven. And there's a pot of soup on the stove, a big pot boiling away. So he bungs the whole thing in the parcel, lights the gas and shuts the door. Meanwhile, there's people walking about with blood running down the face. Because in the bathroom, the bulb has gone. And there's a bicycle on a pulley. Oh, but they do that in tenement buildings. The bike's up, they're going, the light's not working. Whack! They're coming out and going, "How did he hit you, bastard?" "Oh, indeed, all that." Don't be sick. Unbelievable. So eventually the two drunks are sitting. "Don't be sick now, John." I'm all right. Don't be sick.
But you said not to do it in the carpet.
That's mohair! I warned you, didn't I? Meanwhile, there's a drunk in the bedroom, naked, lying in other coats. Naked as the day he was born. There's a woman comes storming out.
Hey, there's a drunk man in there.
Naked.
Lying in all the coats. I told him to get up and he told me to fuck off. I don't like that kind of talk. Sort him out, George.
And there's her husband, you know, he's built like a jockey's whip. Looks like a cancer case, you know. Go on, you sort him out, put him in his place. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, he's on his way down saying,
Hey, there's something burning in here, isn't there?
"Keep the women back, I'll sort this out. Don't worry about a thing." He shoots in the kitchen, opens the door, and the flames come belting. He pulls out this blazing parcel. Fish and shit. Place is full of black smoke. And he puts out the flames by throwing the whole thing into the soup. Kaboosh. And the cancer case is away down to the room. Bagpipes are still gone like a fair. He goes in there, "Don't talk to my wife like that again, okay? Come on, tell them out, George. That's not enough." "Oh, okay, for Christ's sake." Whack. And the drunk wakes up, and he looks like me, you know. And he comes out of bed like a dervish. In one mighty leap, he lands on the floor. "Who hit me in the ass?" And this drunk did the funniest thing I have ever seen in my life. Completely casually, he leant over, completely naked, and put on one shoe and kicked him in the bollocks.